Hello again, everyone. Edwin Leonard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about a controversial subject. It's entitled The Ugliest Zodiac Sign, and really this is about the antithesis of what a video I had done previously. Many of you may have seen I had a video that came out some time ago called, is entitled The Most Attractive Zodiac Sign. Well, this is basically the antithesis of this. Now, appearance can be very subjective, I understand, but as far as ugly goes, according to dictionary.com, quote, of unpleasant or unsightly appearance, end quote. So anyway, and yes, it does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant for all 12 zodiac signs. And I'm going to go through the signs and then tell you as to whether I think the signs that I go through, which would I consider the ugliest zodiac sign, and do I even consider any of the zodiac signs ugly? And again, it does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant for all 12 zodiac signs. Well, anyway, the first zodiac sign I look at as far as, okay, Aries. Now, Aries is ruled by Mars, and I believe Aries can produce very sexy women. And sometimes I think it could give a little bit of a manly appearance to some degree, ruled by Mars, but I don't think Aries is the ugliest zodiac sign. And actress Jennifer Garner, who is a sun in Aries, I think is a good example of this. And I think it's safe to say she's very, I consider her very sexy, and I do believe she is now. Next sign, Taurus. Well, Taurus, I think, out of the signs are unequivocally one of the more beautiful zodiac signs. Now, in general, Taurus is one of the more beautiful zodiac signs. It is ruled by Venus. Actress Megan Fox is a Taurus sun, and actress, singer Cher is also a Taurus sun, and some good examples there. However, there's no zodiac sign that is infallible, and Taurus isn't either. Taurus can, despite having generally good looks, Taurus can have a propensity to gain weight. And thing about it is Taurus can often have very well-formed lips, I believe, and I think this adds to the full and well-formed lips, sometimes a cupid bow type of lips. So, and I think this plays a role in the attractiveness. Now, and I don't think Taurus or Aries is the ugliest zodiac sign. Now, with Gemini, Gemini can have a very youthful countenance, a very often a slender build, good features. I think a lot of it, their vivacious and whimsical attitude can carry them through their adult life in their latter years, and they often can retain good looks even through the latter part of their life. I think a lot of it is attributed to this. Now, Geminis can often, example Gemini person, a Gemini appearance, okay, actress Michelle Pfeiffer, and I think she obviously has retained, I think, youthful look throughout her latter years. And no, I don't think Gemini is the ugliest zodiac sign. So anyway, let me get to Cancer. Well, the zodiac sign Cancer, the women can often be very fair and beautiful. Cancer can be a little bit on the heavy side in many cases, but Cancer women can be very curvaceous, very voluptuous, and the women can be exceptionally feminine, I believe. A good example of this, I think, is actress Angelina Jolie, who has Cancer rising. So no, I don't think Cancer is the ugliest zodiac sign. So let me get to Leo now. Well, Leo can be, besides being a flamboyant sign, they could also be very magnetic and charismatic. And they often pay strong attention to their appearance and how they look to others, and can even have that proclivity to make themselves look even more beautiful than they actually are. And I think one example we have Heidi Klum, who's a model and a TV host. Now, she is beautiful anyway, but Heidi Klum is somebody that has that real glamorous, magnetic type look to her, and she really, I think, epitomizes that Leo type appearance, and she is very regal, I think, as well. And it's almost like her appearance, something about her just commands attention. And I don't think Leo is the ugliest zodiac sign by any means. Now, Let me go to Virgo. Well, Virgo, like Gemini, can often, I think they're kind of cute. Virgo can have small features. The eyes can be somewhat deep set in many cases. Virgos can be, women can be slender in build and their physique, and they often Virgo is the sign associated with health, and they often can maintain their health through many years, and really a lot of times Virgos don't really look their age even in their older years. So I don't think Virgo is a sign that I would say is the ugliest zodiac sign. Now let me get to Libra. Well, Libra can often have superlative good looks. Now Libra could be very attractive. They could have they'd be even featured. They're often tall, slender, and their form is very elegant, the way they're put together. And Libra, to me, I think is the most attractive zodiac sign. So I don't think Libra, to me, is not the sign I would consider the ugliest. Example is Venus Williams, if I'm not mistaken, tennis star, does have Libra rising, and obviously she's very well formed, very attractive appearance. And being ruled by Venus, the Libra, I mean, it's undoubtedly has to be, I mean, in my opinion, it is the most attractive zodiac sign, but it would have to be considered, I think, by most one of them, at least one of the most attractive. So no, I don't think Libra is the ugliest zodiac sign. Now, get to Scorpio. Well, Scorpio women can be very sexy, I think. They're ruled by Mars and Pluto. They could be very alluring. There could be a very mysterious quality to Scorpios. And when I look at a Scorpio, woman can have very sexy eyes and very penetrating gaze. Actress Nicole Kidman has Scorpio rising. And the thing about in Scorpio, they might not be the most beautiful zodiac sign, but I think they are the most sexiest zodiac sign. So to me, they couldn't be considered the ugliest zodiac sign. So let me get to Sagittarius now. Now, Sagittarius can be very athletic, well-formed. They can often have a very good physique. The thing about it is they are ruled by Jupiter, so there can be that propensity to gain weight. Kim Kardashian has Sagittarius rising. I think Sagittarius can have an attractiveness to them, and I don't really see them as being the sign that is the ugliest. Now Capricorn. Now Capricorn really, I see them. Capricorns can maybe be the most photogenic of all the zodiac signs. I had read in one astrology book one time, it said something about Capricorn rising, something about usually not very handsome or something to that effect. And then there was another website that said something about Capricorn that did not really feel that they were one of the more attractive signs, but I think they can be. I think Capricorn, like I stated before, about being very photogenic. I think the face can have very good bone structure. Capricorns are often slender in build. And I say Capricorn, I don't think they're the ugliest zodiac sign by any means. So no, I don't think that is the ugliest zodiac sign. So let me get to Aquarius now. Well, Aquarius can can have an unusual and eclectic look about them, which can give attractiveness to them. They could look very exotic. Singer-songwriter Nicki Minaj has Aquarius rising, and I mean she really has a very unique and exotic look to her, and I find Nicki Minaj very attractive. I don't think Aquarius is the ugliest zodiac sign by any means. Now Pisces. What's interesting about Pisces is that, okay, Pisces, a lot of times they can have kind of a roundish build or visage. They're not always well made. I've done some research, and a lot of the research I've done seems like when sources I've looked at says about the head is not always well formed. But Pisces can have very dreamy and soulful eyes. The eyes can often be very beautiful, and it's not always about the build or physique that can give attractiveness. Now, figure skater Dorothy Hamill has her moon and ascendant in Pisces, and I don't think Pisces is the ugliest zodiac sign though. So anyway, in summation, I don't think there's any sign I would say is the ugliest zodiac sign, but let's talk about some opinions on the internet about the ugliest zodiac sign or least attractive zodiac sign. I think is interesting. Now, the thing is if I'm not mistaken, the only way to learn astrology in the series, it stated that quote it stated as far as Leo and Aquarius, it said quote are often ugly. So I guess that tells me that they maybe think that those two are the ugliest zodiac signs. Now, on dxpnet.com, somebody had responded, quote, it's Cancer women, end quote, but that was based on what that person had seen. Now, Wattpad.com said, quote, as far as most to least attractive list, as far as that goes, it had Virgo last. So, and Capricorn was next to last in that list. Now, the thing is, too, is that I think what's very important to remember, as far as a beauty goes, is that beauty, it's very subjective. Somebody can have a real nefarious or evil inside, or I should say a real negative inside, and that could really make that person appear less attractive than he or she is. People can have the best looks, but if their inside is hideous, that could really make that person an ugly person, in my opinion. And you could also have somebody, through as far as the majority of perception would go, somebody that doesn't look attractive on the outside can have such a beautiful inside where their inside can surpass most people's outside as far as most people's outer appearances go. So really, it's just really something what I find interesting, and it's a very subjective issue. Now, also, I think what's interesting too is that astrology, there's really, I think what maybe makes astrology one of the reasons that it's not classified technically as a science and it's a pseudoscience instead is because a lot of times, scientific, you look at it and two don't always add up to four in astrology, and I think this is no exception. Let me give you this example. Now, in astrology, Venus, which is connected with beauty, rules Libra and Taurus. And I do think that Libra and Taurus can very well be the two most attractive zodiac signs. However, Venus is in its detriment in Aries and Scorpio, and it's in its fall in Virgo. But that being said, I don't think Aries, Scorpio, and Virgo are necessarily going to be the least attractive or ugliest zodiac signs. So really, it just makes it very interesting. It's one of the reasons, though, of numerous reasons and examples which really I think have prohibited astrology from ascending from that science, from the pseudoscience into an actual science. And really, and also what people have to remember too is that, of course, Venus conjunct the ascendant and or in the first house can add to someone's physical attractiveness, I believe. And also another example would be the Venus making a conjunction to one's natal sun sign. And for some people may think that moon, I don't really think the moon is a real strong proponent of all in someone's appearance. However, there's some people that may believe that if they have Venus conjunct their moon sign, that might add or enhance to attractiveness or physical standpoint. And I think, and last but not least, what's important to remember too is like how the song goes, everything is beautiful in its own way. And also that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, is it not? Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the ugliest zodiac sign. And stay tuned next time where I will be continuing my series on the moon transiting the houses. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel, but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.